Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's challenging level puzzle, and it's called Sneaky Cells by Sneaky Steve. Oh, how very appropriate. And here are the rules. Place the digits 0 through 9 once each into every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. To accomplish this, each row, column, and box has exactly one cell that contains two digits. And these are, I think, known as Schrodinger cells because they are essentially both digits at the same time. Which is, if you think about it, is basically similar to what Schrodinger's cat is. The Schrodinger's cat is essentially in two states at the same time, and then it collapses into one, but we don't get into that. This doesn't involve collapsing. For the purposes of cages and lines, each digit in such a cell is considered individually. It is recommended to use center marks for cells with two digits. That's what I usually do too. So these are usually called Schrodinger cells, and they usually mean that the cell value is basically you think of it as the sum of the two digits that are in the cell. But since we have a Ren band, that's not exactly correct. So I guess it's not exactly Schrodinger cells. Because I think the assumption of Schrodinger cells is that the value is equal to the sum of the two digits. But we'll get to that later. So I think this is actually probably a better recommendation, which is we treat both digits individually, or we consider both digits individually in such a Schrodinger cell for purposes of cages and lines. And that's important, as we'll see later. So killer. Digits in cages must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. So that means that whatever digits are in these two cells, so again, we could have a Schrodinger cell somewhere, all the digits in these cells add up to 11. So as a possibility, you could have something like 2, 6, and this being 3, right? And this is a Schrodinger cell. So since we have all the digits in it, and we take into account all the digits, 2 plus 3 plus 6 adds up to 11. So this satisfies essentially this cage. And that's how killer cages work. Then we also have Renban, where digits placed on purple lines must be a non-repeating set of consecutive digits in any order. That means, again, so this is actually probably where it's more important to consider each digit individually. So as an example, we could have something along the lines of 0, 0, 2. This could be 1 and 3, and this could be 4 and 5. And these two cells would be, this isn't quite right, but these two cells would be Schrodinger cells. And if you consider all the digits, they form a continuous consecutive set of digits ranging from 0 to 5, right? You have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they do not have repeats, right? So on a Renban line, you cannot have repeats. But this would work as a Renban line because it has the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which are all consecutive. And that's how Renban lines works, and those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, hold on. I'm going to pause, actually. I do need to go to the bathroom right now, so I'm going to pause first. And I'm back. Sorry, I just had to go to the bathroom. Let's see. So, interesting. Okay. In all of these cells in box 5, these cells add up to 35, which means this cell can never be one single digit. right? Because if it were a single digit, what could it be? 9 at most, which would mean this center cell adds up to 44, which is not allowed. Because 0 through 9 is the same as 1 through 9 if you sum up the digits, and that adds up to 45. Therefore, this must be the Schrodinger cell or the sneaky cell. Actually, let's just call them sneaky cells, since that's what Sneaky Steve, I can't speak. Sneaky Steve says. This can't be a sneaky cell either. So none of these remaining cells can be sneaky cells. So this can't be a sneaky cell. This cannot be a sneaky cell. And this can't be sneaky cells. Because we have, remember, one sneaky cell per row, column, and box. So this has to be specifically either 5-9 or 6-8. And this can't be 6. So this has to be this. If this is 6-8, this would have to be 6, and this would have to be 8. This is a sneaky cell. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in size. So it could be 0 through 7, 1 through 8, 2 through 9. No. It's 8, yeah. 0 through 7, 1 through 8, 2 through 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at least. It could be actually 10, though, which would be 0 through 10. We don't know. This is at most size 6. And the problem is, if this is 6, can it ever be, if it's 4 at least, right? If this is 8 or 9, the problem is if this is 8 or 9, this Renban would have to contain a 6, right? Because all the 8s and 9s need a 6 along its Renban. So it would be 6, 7, 8, 9, or 5, 6, 7, 8 at minimum. And then if you extend it, it's even bigger, right? So it could be 4 through 9 if you have 6 digits being on this, and then otherwise. So this cannot be 8 or 9. Therefore, this must be a 5, which makes this a 9. Now, 5 has to be on this middle Renban, so the 5 has to be here, at least, right? Well, this can't be a Schrodinger, because if this is a Schrodinger, this never will add up to 6. So the 5 has to be here, which means these cannot be Schrodingers, because it must be 0 and 1 specifically. Well, this can't be 0 because the 0 requires a 1 on its Renban, and this 1 would see all of these other cells. So this must be a 1, which makes this a 0. These are all non-sneaky cells. Sorry, sneaky cells. I keep forgetting to use the term sneaky cells. Therefore, in the sneaky cells in box 4, one of them has to be here. Which means these can't be sneaky cells, so one of these 3 have to be a sneaky cell. So this is 5. It does not have a 6. So it's at least 5, 4, 3, and 2. So we know all of these are specifically 4, 3, and 2 at least. And they could be more. This cannot contain a 9, no matter what. These are not, so this is specifically then 0 through 7 or 1 through 8. And these two must add up to 10. So it could be 2, 8, 3, 7, or 4, 6 to add up to 10 here. Because these add up to 35, so this sneaky cell must add up to 10. Excuse me. You could have a 1 or a 0 here in this, but this cannot be 0 or 1 because of the 1 and 0 in its row. 9 has to be one of these 3 cells, and 9 cannot be part of this renban. So this renban could be in size 6 in length, right? Because it could be this is a sneaky cell and that's a sneaky cell. So this would have to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, this can't contain a 6. And it can't contain... This could be a 5, though. So 6 cannot be here. It could be 2, 3, 4, or 5. And this is 2, 3, or 4 here. We're not sure which one. Okay. 9 is one of these two. Um... Hmm. Um, 0 has to be in this 9 cage, obviously. Because if you take non-zero numbers and you add them together, they would have to add up to 10. So this has to be 0, right? One of those is a 0. Could be 0, 2, 3, 4, though. So there's no guarantee that the 1 has to be there. But... Okay. This can only add up to 10 with either 2, 8, 3, 7, or 4, 6. So if this was 0, 2, 3, 4, this would no longer add up to 10. So therefore this must be a 0, 1 pair specifically. Because there's no other place for the 1. The 1 cannot be in this 26 cell. So this is 0, 1. These two digits must add up to 8. So it could be 2, 6, and it cannot be 3, 5, and there's no other two-digit combination that adds up to 8. So this is 2 and 6, which means this can't be 2, 8, and it cannot be 4, 6, which means this is specifically 3 and 7. And the remaining digits now have to be 4, 5, 8, and 9. And this can't be 5 or 9. This is a 2, 6 pair. This can't be 5. So we have a 2, 6 pair. Where is the 9 in row 6? It has to be here. So this is a 9, which means these can't be 9. This can't be a 2. So we have the remaining digits are 3, 4, 7, and 8 in row 6. Well, this can't be 7 or 8. So we have a 3, 4 possibly as a pair. And in fact, there has to be a Schrodinger pair in these sets. This, though, renban must contain a 3 and a 4. And they all see this cell. So 3 and 4 cannot be here. But the problem is you have to have 3 and to add up to 15, you need at least 3 digits because you can't have 7 and 8 by themselves because this can't be 7 or 8. Therefore, this must be a Schrodinger cell because the 3 and 4 can't be elsewhere. And these can't be Schrodinger cells. And 3 and 4 add up to 7, plus 8 adds up to 15. So this is 8, this is 7. This is a Schrodinger cell, so this can't be 3 or 4. So we know there's at least a 1 here, and there's a 2 here. So this cannot be, this is 3 and 4. This is 5. We have a 1 and a 2 at least, and we could have a 0 along it. The remaining digits in these cells are 0, 1, 2, and 6. Okay. We now have a 0, 1, 2, 6 quadruple in row 4, which eliminates 0, 1, 2, and 6 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 2. This can't be 6 anymore because one of these has to be a 6. One of these is a 5. So we have 3, 4, 8, and 9. 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9 as possibilities here. So 3 and 4 could be with specifically 8 and 9. Can you ever have a Schrodinger here? The minimum for a Schrodinger would be 3, 4, and 7, which adds up to 14. So these two cannot be Schrodingers, which makes this the Schrodinger then. So this is 3 and 9 and 8, 4 and 8 as possibilities. Well, if it's 4 and 8, that would eliminate all possibilities for these two cells. So this has to be specifically 3 and 9. And this can't be 3. This can't be 3, 9. So this is 7 as a Schrodinger with 4, 8. But as a Schrodinger, 7 cannot be on a Renband with 4 for 3 digits. I guess this could be a Schrodinger here too, though. So this still could be 7 with 4 or 8 here. We don't know which. And the remaining digits are 2, 4, 6, and 8 in the box. So if this is 7 or 8, this could be a 9, or it could be 5 and 6, and would have to be a Schrodinger for that to be the case. This is 9. And it must contain, this can't be a Schrodinger. So let's mark out where the Schrodingers cannot be. This can't be Schrodinger. This can't be Schrodinger. This can't be Schrodinger. So these two digits must add up to 17 without a third digit. So it has to be 8 and 9. These two digits, or these two cells, must add up to 13, but it cannot be 6, 7 because of the 6's there. Cannot be 5, 8, and cannot be 4, 9. Therefore, Schrodinger needs to be in one of those two cells, which means none of these are Schrodingers, which means this is only a 5-length Renband, so it must be 1 or 2 here and 1 or 2 here. Okay, that could be 4. So we know along this Renband we need a 4. So 4 is either here or here. So 4 cannot be in the rest of the row then. So this can't be 4, this must be a 2. This can't be 2 or 4, it must be 6 or 8. This is 1, 2, 3 here, so this has to be either 4 or 5, or it has to be 4, or it's this Schrodinger as 4, 5. This can't be 2, this can't be 2. We need a 2 on this Renband also. Actually, because we have a 0, 1, 0, 1 pair in this Renband. So we have 0, 1. It has to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 3 and 7 here. This is the 0, 1. We need a 2 to connect everything. So this is a 2, which makes this a 1, which makes that a 2. This 1 means this has to be 0, which makes that a 1. This can't be 0, 1, 2, or 0, so this is 6. This can't be 1, so this is 0. We have 0, 1, 2. We have 3. We cannot have an 8 because it's 0 through 7. So this must be 4, which makes this a 6, which makes this 8. So this has to be 4 and 7 on this Schrodinger or sneaky cell. And therefore we require 5 and 6 to be on the Renband with it, which means this is a sneaky cell also. So this can't be 9. This is 5 and 6. The 6 eliminates the 6 in the rest of the column. So this can't be 6. This must be 2, which makes this a 6. And this has to be a 5, 8 pair. So the rest of this box cannot contain a sneaky cell. Actually, these can't be sneaky cells. And these can't be sneaky cells. And these can't be sneaky cells. These two digits must add up to 11. So It cannot be 2, 9, cannot be 4, 7, it cannot be 5, 6, so it has to be 3, 8. So this is 3 and 8, which means this can't be 3 or 8. So this is 5, this is 8. What else do we have? This is 4, 5, but we know one of them's 4. We know this is a 4, definitely. 7 can only be consecutive with 6 or 8. But you could have 4, 5, or 9 added to it, but they cannot be 4, 5, or 9 because of the digits there. Therefore, this has to be a 6, and it's not a Schrodinger, or sneaky cell, sorry, I keep saying Schrodinger. The remaining digits have to add up to 10 with this. And the remaining digits are 0, 1, 2, and 7. And 1, 2, and 7 exactly add up to 10. So 1, 2, and 7 must be here. If this were on the Renban with 8, 1 and 2 could never be there because that's only at most a 5-length Renban. So you could have at most 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or sorry, at least 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the Renban. So this can't be 1 or 2. This has to be 7 and not the sneaky cell. So this must be the sneaky cell, which means this is 1 and 2. This has to be a 0. These can no longer be sneaky cells. And this can't be a sneaky cell. This has to be either 9. Okay, so it cannot go down to 6 because 6 is here. So therefore, this must be a 9, and it's not a sneaky cell. Because otherwise, it would require 6 if it did have a sneaky cell. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? 6, where is the 6? 6 can be here only in box 9, but we don't know if it's a sneaky cell or not. So we're going to limit that so far. 6 can't be here, and it can't be here, and it can't be here, and it can't be here. So 6 is also here, but this still could be a sneaky cell here too. So that doesn't necessarily work either. Here we have 3 digits adding up to 13, and 0 cannot be one of them, because then that would make this 0, 6, 7, 0, 4, 9, or 0, 5, 8, and none of those are allowed because of the 6, 8, and 9 triplet we have in the box. So this can't be 0, this can't be 0 because of this 0, so this must be a 0 here. The remaining cells in the box are, well, we have to have a 7, so this is 7. So this contains a 7 to add up to 13. That means 2 other digits must add up to 6. So it has to be 1 and 5. So this is 1 or 5. So this is 1, 5, and 7. And we don't know which one is the sneaky cell. Then we have 3 and 4 left. So this is 3 and 4. Remaining digits in column 7 are 1, 5. This has to be 6. And then 8. So 1, 5, 6, 8, 1, 5, 6, 8. But this can't be 6. Oh, that's interesting. So that means 8 can never be on this Renban, because the 8 always requires a 6 on this Renban, and the 6 has to be here. So 8 can never be on this Renban. This can't be 8. Where is the 8 in column 7? It has to be here with the 6 as a sneaky cell. So this is a sneaky cell, which means none of these can be sneaky cells. And this can't be a sneaky cell. So this is a sneaky cell with 7 and 1 or 5. We're not sure which. Neither of these can be sneaky cells. This is 6 or 8. This is 1 or 5. So this specifically then has to be either 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 0, 1, 2, 3. So either way, so it would be, again, 2 through 5. So either way, 2 and 3 have to be here. Well, where can 2 be on this Renban? Can't be here, can't be here. It has to be here. So this is a 2. We have to have a 3 here somewhere. So this is 3. And we have either 0 or 4 here. And it cannot be 0. So this has to be 3 and 4 here. and this is with 1 or 5. Okay, this is 3 or 4. The remaining digits here are 0 and 7. So this is 0, 7, this is 0, 7. Oh, this can't be 1 because this, again, the sneaky cell acts as both a 1 and a 2. So this can't be 1 or 2, so this has to be a 5, which makes this a 1, which makes this a sneaky cell of 5 and 7. Which makes this a 1. This has to be 1. This Renban line needs an 8 and a 7. This can't be 7. And this can't be 8, so this must be 8, and this must be 7. Okay. What other ones do we have? Remaining digits in this box are 1, 2, 4, and 9. Well, this can't be 1 or 2. This can't be 1. This can't be 2. This can't be 8 because of this 8, so this must be 9, which makes this an 8. This 8 means this can't be 8, so this is 3, which makes that an 8. This Renban cannot contain an 8, and it has a 6. So it's either 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, or it could be 2 through 6. Either way, it has to have a 4 and a 5, though. And this can't be 5 because of this 5. So 5 has to be one of these two on this Renban. So it's either 4 through 7, 3 through 6, or 2 through 6. Actually, one of these has to have... Right. One of these has to actually be a sneaky cell. So this is definitely a 5-length Renban. So it's either 3 through 7 or 2 through 6. Either way, you need a 3. And 3 can't be here, and 3 can't be here, so this must be a 3. This can't be 7, but this can't be 7 either. This can't be 9. So you can't have 3 through 7. It has to be 2 through 6. And 2 can't be here, so therefore this must be a 2. So this has to be a 2, 6 sneaky cell. And this can't be a sneaky cell. And this can't be a sneaky cell. So this is a sneaky cell here. This means this has to be a 4, because it's only a 4-length Renban. This has to be the 5, and this has to be the remaining 4 to make a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Renban. This can't be 4 anymore, so this is 9. This can't be 4 or 9, so this is 2. That leaves this as a 0. This can't be 2 or 9. This can't be 3 because of this 3, so this must be a 4, which makes that a 3. This 4 means this can't be 4, so this is 1, which makes that a 4. The remaining digit here is a 9. The remaining digits here are 1 and 7, and this can't be 1, so this is 7, which makes that a 1. Remaining digits in column, let's do, I guess, column 1 is 0, 9, and 8. This can't be 9, so this has to be the pair of 0 and 8, and this must be a 9. In column 2, the remaining digits are 5 and 7. This can't be 5, so this is 7, which makes that a 5. And the remaining digits in column 3 are 1, 2, and 3. This can't be 1. This can't be 1 or 2, so this is 3. This can't be 2, so this is 1, which makes that a 2. This 0, 8 means this can't be 0, so this is a 7, which makes that a 0. Remaining digits in column 4 are 3, 4, and 8. This can't be 4 or 8 because of this 4 and this 8, so this must be 3. This can't be 8, so this must be 4, and therefore this must be 8. This can't be 3 because of this 3, so this is 4, which makes that a 3. And the remaining digits in column 5 have to be 5. This has to be 5. This has to be 0, and this is a 9. And that's how you solve it. Yeah, actually not that difficult. I've gotten a lot of experience doing Schrodinger cells. I love Schrodinger cells. It's a very sort of mind-bending rule set, which is really cool. Um, and actually, Sneaky Steve. Apologies for the mispronunciation. Did a really good job of using these sneaky cells or Schrodinger cells. They're not quite equivalent to Schrodinger cells, but he did a really good job of using the Renban values and the cages to really great effect here. So well done, Sneaky Steve. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.